Hello and welcome everyone. I'm Shannon, writing under the pen name of SC Huston. And the goal of today's stream is Book Marketing Fridays. It's just doing some intentional book marketing because I have not set aside time to do book marketing in the last few years. I haven't really published much in the last couple of years. So knowing as that I'm going to be publishing so much this year, I'm trying to be more intentional about what I am doing. So I'll start off talking about some of the results I may have seen since the last book marketing stream, which would have been last Friday. Talk about my intentions for what I will do during the sprint. We will do a 1-hour sprint and then come back and talk about what we were able to get accomplished. So yeah, let me know if you are working on anything and if you want to share. So from last week, my goals were to put A Curse of Scales and Feathers on sale, which was only the second time ever that I put it on sale. And it's kind of coming, maybe it would have done better if I would have put it on sale like when I got the first book out, or the second book out in the series, although it's non-linear, so it's not like book 1 and book 2, but just 2 standalone books in the same series. But I was trying to, actually, I wasn't really intending to put it on sale again for a while, but I got accepted into Kobo's promotion this month. So I thought, well, let me just put it on sale for the whole month. So I put that on sale last week. I've had a few sales from it, and then my newsletter went out on the 4th, and I had a few more sales from that as well. But otherwise, I haven't really advertised anywhere, and I only looked at, sorry, that was only my Amazon sales. I have not looked on Drafted Digital because I go through Drafted Digital for Kobo to see if I've sold any copies of that book on sale. But I'm just mostly looking at Amazon right now. But yeah, so I did that. I also went in there, if you are a member of ALLI, the Alliance of Independent Authors. Right, did I say that right? The Alliance of, yeah, I don't think I said that right. But yeah, if you are a member with them, I had it there for a second. The Alliance of Independent Authors. Yeah, okay, I did say that right. Why did I feel like I said it wrong? I don't know. It just sounded wrong when I said it. Okay, so yeah, if you're a member of them, they're now going to have a storefront. And if you get your books up there, it's a soft launch right now until March 10th. You get your books on there, and then they're going to be going to the London Book Fair where they're really going to push the book storefront. And they're not keeping any of the sales. You're putting all the URLs in for where your book can be purchased on their site. So I checked that out last week. I got one book up there. I told myself I was going to do the other ones. And my weekends are really for admin, but I spent the whole weekend doing admin for Charm Chats, which is still ongoing for this month here on my YouTube channel. So yeah, and that's still going to be an ongoing thing. And then I also went and signed up on Authors XP to help with reviews. I'm having a really hard time getting people to sign up and want to leave a review for this book. And I really think it might be the length. That's my guesstimate. I mentioned how last week I had put the novella up on Story Origin. So I always put my review copies up through Story Origin. And I had put A Curse of Scales and Curse of Wings and Gems up there when it came out, before it came out in January. And I sent out the message to my newsletter. And that's usually all I really do. And I will get, good few dozen people signing up, a couple dozen. But I only had 7 or 8 people sign up. So a couple Fridays ago, I really went out everywhere on Facebook, trying to find more readers for it. I got it up to 20 reviewers. And now I'm also in a promo on Story Origin for reviews. And I've got a few more people who signed up. So I think I'm still low 20s is what I have on that. So one of the things I did to also try to find more reviews. Oh yeah, I said that's all. The only thing I did was tell my newsletter. So that review copy, I only tell my newsletter about it, and I put it on Story Origin. I also use Booksprout, where I use it. It's the same copy of the book, but it's a different sign up process. So I use Booksprout, and then I also signed up for Book Sirens, and I heard about Hidden Gems, and I think I signed up for that's. Yeah, I signed up for that, but like they book out a few months, so that's not going to even start until April. That's how far out they are. So I signed up for Hidden Gems, and then I thought, oh, I've had heard that Authors XP also has a reviewer program where they can connect books to readers who are looking for books in that genre, with the idea, hopefully, that they will read the book and leave a review. And so I did that last week, and it got approved and everything. And I've got 4 people who signed up to review the book. Only one has downloaded the book so far. So it's like pulling teeth for some reason for this book. And I really think it's the length of the book. Maybe I should have made it into 2. I kept thinking I should make it into 2. Or I could have really just pared down a lot of the story, but then it wouldn't have all the, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I could have done differently at this point. But it's kind of moot point, right? Because it's out in the world. I did really try to keep the next book shorter. It is about 30,000 words shorter. But it is such a good book. I don't think I've ever felt like this confident about my writing. It's one of my favorite books. And before this, one of my favorite books was one that I didn't feel confident about the writing as well in that when I wrote that book. And that's a book you can only get through my Kickstarter right now because it's a companion to the first book in the series that gives away too many spoilers. So I don't know if I'll ever sell that one anywhere. But yeah, so I think this third book would be good. So anyway, I got the Florist Budding Desire up on Story Origin as well. I wasn't announcing it to anybody. I mentioned that on last week's Friday stream, how I put it up, and I didn't mention it to anyone because it was really early. And I had already 3 people who signed up by Friday. And I think I put it up on Thursday and had 3 people who signed up for it. And then I told my newsletter about it this past week on Wednesday. And again, it's still early. I told my newsletter list that it's still really early because it doesn't publish until March 16th. I think that's the right day. So either the 16th or 19th. It's one of those 2 days. I think it's the 16th. So it's really, really early when they got it. And if it's the 16th, I think I put the wrong date in my newsletter because I think I put 19th. I don't know. I'll have to go double check everything. Anyways, by the time I told my newsletter, I then had 8 people who had signed up, organically found my book on Story Origin, signed up to be reviewers for it. And now that book, I'm now at 36 people signed up for that book, which is actually quite a bit more, like a good handful more than what I'm used to of people signing up for any of my books. That's why I'm thinking that A Curse of Wings and Gems, the reason why I'm having such a hard time anyone signing up to review the book is because it's so long. So yeah, because that's 192,000 words. My novella, the one that's coming out in March, is 40,000 words. So that's the main thing I'm thinking of. There could be some other factors in there, but I don't know what it could be. So yeah. So for the Authors XP promo from last week, I do have 4 people who signed up. The website, the service themselves, they say they want to get you 5 reviews for the review campaign that they run for your book. And that if you don't get 5 reviews, then they will refund you some of your money. So hoping to get 5 reviews. They can't guarantee the reviews because then that would be against the terms of service. But I guess they're working off of what they're used to seeing on their platform. But all right, there's some people here. There's one person here. Hi, Devin. I don't know. I don't know if you saw me. I got in and got to the computer back from my appointment, and I saw the notification for you going live. So I went over there, and you were done. And I was like, oh, I missed you. And then I saw Cat's Chaos Cafe. So I went over there, and she was finishing up. And so I had said hi to you there, but I thought maybe you weren't there anymore. But I said, I don't know if you were, but I said hi. I guess I caught you at the end. And then I said hi to you and said, I missed yours completely. Like, I think when you guys started your streams, I was like, it was the start of my appointment. Just dropping in real quick to love the like. I will keep up for runtime. I appreciate that. Busy afternoon time. Love Story Origin. Yeah. I like Story Origin. I also like BookFunnel, let me say that. BookFunnel, I did an interview with BookFunnel and it went live today. So I dropped that link in the chat. And I talk about a little bit with the AWC. So they were trying to get that episode out early so that people would know that on the 13th, we're going to be having a live stream. I know it's not scheduled yet, but Devin will be scheduling that here probably in the next few days or so, I assume. I don't know. We didn't actually talk about like, hey, when are you scheduling it? But it's going to be scheduled for the 13th. And so I told them that, and they said, oh, we'll try and get this episode out then so that everyone can, go to the live stream on the 13th. And I said, oh, well, if you could do that, that'd be great. But if you can't, no worries. Because we just did that interview last week, and they typically do them, I guess, a little bit out because they already have like a whole lineup of people. But yeah, I'll watch it later tonight. Woo. Yeah, it's fun. My freaking camera kept stalling out on me, and I didn't figure out how to fix it till like 2 days later. I'm like, dang, why couldn't this have been fixed the day that I had my interview at BookFunnel? Now you see me like, and I'm talking still. So by Sunday night, will be scheduled. Fingers crossed. Yay. Alrighty. Which, by the way, there's a collaboration tool now with videos because BookFunnel did it with me. They put me as a collaborator on their video for YouTube because their podcast goes out everywhere, but they put it on oh, not right now. You're talking about frozen camera then. Yes. I was like, wait, am I frozen right now? So yeah, if you want to put me as a collaborator on it, Devin, what it does is that on your YouTube homepage, when I look at it now, at the very bottom, it says collaborations. And so BookFunnel's video is there. So not right now, LOL. So yeah, if you want to put me as a collaborator on there, and Rita too, probably, I'm sure she'd be fine with that. That way it shows up on our YouTube channels. It still goes to your video, but it does show, hey, this is what we're in a collaboration. I thought that was so cool when I saw that. It's like, I knew you could do that on Instagram, but I didn't know you could do that with YouTube. But yeah, you can do it with YouTube. All right, I'm gonna set my intentions, and then we'll get this 1 hour this 1 hour sprint going. So the first thing I'm going to do is because I do have a Curse of Scales and Feathers at 99 cents. It's only the second time I've ever done this on sale. I've never done any promotions on it, like paid promotions. Excuse me. And I think there's a couple free ones out there, but I have to go back and look at my notes because I used to like hit up all of the promotions you could do when your book was on sale, whether 99 cents or free. There's like, I had a whole list of promo sites to go to. So I got to go find it. But I did see that like Authors XP, which I signed up for the review team, their the review campaign, they also have some promos that happen. And so, okay, so they have 99 cents on the 9th. So on the 9th of this month, it's $10. I don't know if it's going to be worth it. Unless they also buy a Curse of Wings and Gems, then I could probably make up the ROI. But I'm going to try a few different ones, and I'm going to spread it out a little bit so that I can see, because I had tested them all years ago to see the efficacy of these different promotion companies and how well they sold books. And of course, now I'm also in a new genre, because the last time I actually tried to work with like doing promotion companies and be on top of that was with just my epic fantasy. So it's a new genre. So I'm going to do a couple of these, set a couple of these up. And then I think I'm going to try to create one post for IG. I'm kind of waffling on that, not just because I don't like making posts for Instagram or social media in total, but I don't have like, and I don't know if you're still here, Devin, but like I have something coming out almost every day on my Instagram page, whether it's a charm chat or podcast or, most of it's charm chat stuff. So I have different things coming out, and I guess in my mind, I'm like, oh, it's too much. It's going to be overload, sensory overload for anyone who's looking at my stuff. So, but I think I have like one day in the next 2 weeks where I'm not having a post come out that day, so I can put it out that day. And the book's going to be on sale the whole month. So yeah, I think I'll do that. So I need to create one post for Instagram. Can you use Buffer to schedule them? I haven't done it. I just do it through my phone, because you can schedule them through your phone. So I put together all of like what I'm going to say, all the blurbs or whatever you want to call it that you put into the post itself, along with the images. I send it to myself in email, and then I download it, and then I copy and paste. And so like I've got stuff scheduled out for like the next week and a half by doing that. And it goes to Facebook as well. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. Scheduling 1 to 5 times a day is fine. Missing a day is okay. Okay. Scheduling 1 to 5 times a day. Wow. Yeah, I don't have that many for 1 to 5 times a day. I have like 1 a day for most days of the month. And I was thinking that was getting overloaded. So 1 to 5 yeah. Okay. So my books and promos for Curse of Scales and feathers. And then I'm going to create one post for Instagram. And creating a post usually takes me like an hour, almost a whole hour to do it. Well, it took me 40 minutes for one, 20 minutes for the other. My rec is not to miss a whole week. Well, I might be on the ball this month, but it's not going to work out like that because I have charm chats going on. So of course I'm promoting the charm chats, but after this month, I'm not going to have much going on. I mean, I have a bunch of books that are going to be publishing. That means I need to create more than one post. I need to create multiple posts. And I just don't know about that. Missing 2 to 3 days is fine too. Yeah, no, we're talking about missing 2 or 3 weeks in here when we come to next month. I don't know. I know. I should do it more, and that's what these book marketing Fridays is for. So yeah, we'll see if I can get faster at making these posts and then get over the hurdle of promoting myself. It's easy to promote someone else or promote what's going on my channel, like all these authors coming on. Like, it's so easy to do that for me, but to promote myself is harder. Yeah. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get into the 1 hour. I know, Devin, you said you're just gonna be, you got stuff you got going on. So thank you so much for leaving me up for the watch time. And for anyone else who's here, we're gonna go ahead and get started for the 1 hour in 3, 2, 1, and good luck. All right, that is time. How did you guys do? I got one promotion done. So I totally forgot how, like, if you want to go do promotions with promotion companies, you have to make sure your book is uploaded there. And the last time I did this was when I had my fantasy series. That was back in 2022. So I have not gotten anything up there from my romantasy stuff because I was waiting until I had a few books in the series where it would make sense if I ran a promotion that it would lead to sales on the other books. And so now I've kind of got at this point. So I did Authors XP first. That was only $10, and I set that up for February 9th. Well, they had it set up there. They have 99 cents on the 9th every month. So they do it as a promotion every month on the 9th. And my oh shoot, hold on. Forgot that my sound was on. So I went ahead and got the 9th. And so I went to Dave Cheston's site, Kindlepreneur, and looked at their list of promo companies they use. And I was looking at the free list first. And so I went to the first one and it said, free books, or you could do it for free, like have your book on their site for your promotion. And every time I clicked on the button, it took me over to Crave Books, which just said they were in partnership with Crave Books, but it gave me no option to just choose the free one. Like you could pay for it too. And if you pay for it, it gave you like a guaranteed spot. And I was like, I'm not going to pay $30+ for that or whatever it was. But it didn't show that it was free. So I was like, this is bogus. This information doesn't work. So I went to the next one. The next one was a company that I remember using quite often. And so I went to them, got my book set up on there. So I had to do all the information. I get the ASIN and then make sure the cover is right and give a smaller blurb. And it pulled some of the information, then go get the links to all the other sites where it was selling. And that one came back like $36. I'm like, I'm not paying $36 for this. I remember it being like around $20. So then I went to the next one, and I remember that one being around like $10. But because my book is not free, it was $20. I'm like, okay, I'm not doing that one either. And I looked, I saw we had like 20 minutes left in the sprint. I said, forget it. I'm just going to schedule the one promo. So, and the only reason why, because I'm saying I don't want us to pay that much money, because I don't have a whole lot of catalog for anybody to go buy. Like if they buy this book, I'm like, oh, then I'm going to go get the other two books. That's all I really have is just two more books. And one sells at $2.99 and one's at $4.99. So I'd have to sell a lot of people would have to want to buy the other books to be able to, make it worth the money. And I just don't know if it's there yet. Maybe with some of the other promotions, like, because I do have a whole series that's coming out later this year, that might make sense with that one, possibly. So I just moved on. I did it really fast with only 20 minutes left. I was like, okay, there's not much I can do in 20 minutes because I'm really slow at making social media posts. But I just used what I already had. I just took my book and put it into a mock-up. You can find images online. There's lots of sites where you can go get mock-up images where you just place your book cover in it and it puts it in there. So I did that. And then I have some artwork that was done for the book. It's the same book that's on sale, Cursive Scales and Feathers. And I just pulled a couple lines from the book and put it on there. So it's just two images. That's a carousel, but it's just the two images. And then wrote up the posts. And then that's why I had the volume on my phone, because then I sent it to my Gmail. This is the only way I know how to do it. You can schedule posts on Instagram, but you have to do it through your phone. It's not on the computer, like on the PC. So I sent it to my phone. And so I got that scheduled, and that's going to come out tomorrow at 3 p.m. So I got that done. So two things, one free, one $10. That's what I got accomplished. So much to do for promotions. Let's see where I left off here. There's a demo saying I make all my posts in one sitting and schedule them all out. And this was the last thing she said when we went on to the sprint. And I was like, that would take me all day because it takes me like 20 to 40 minutes per post. And she was saying that you should like not miss too many days, like missing 2 to 3 days would be fine. But don't miss a whole week. And I'm like, right now, sure, I have lots of posts going up right now on my Instagram because I have Charm Chat. So I have something going up almost every day. There's a few days without something in there. So that's why I was like, I don't know where I'm going to put this post. But come next month, I'm going to be back to like having barely anything on my Instagram because I just don't put that much effort into it. Maybe that's what I'll be spending my Fridays doing. I don't know. I don't want to spend the entire time just doing Instagram posts unless there's nothing else for marketing I can do at that point. And Devin said, yeah, I usually block a whole day for creation because of that. And I don't do well with my own promotion. LOL. That's why I've been recording this short. It's 5-minute record and upload max. Yeah. Oh, I didn't realize you're sprinting. Yeah, I've been sprinting on Fridays. It's a book marketing sprint. I had been doing them at 4 my time, 5 Eastern, but I've got, oh, that's right. I was going to go grab that. Hold on. I have Katie Cross on my channel at 4, which is the time I usually do my book marketing. And then next week I have the AWC live stream. It's not scheduled yet, but we have the AWC live stream at 4. So I'm going to be doing again at 1 again next week. Let me grab the charm chats with Katie Cross. Share. Copy. I meant to grab this earlier. Okay. Charmed chats with Katie Cross. Probably like not that many people here to even see this, but I'm going to promote it anyways. Okay. Hi, Katie. How's it going? Katie Young, Caitlin will be on the Charm Chats on, I think it's Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. So we'll see. I finally can join a sprint. Yeah. And I just do the one sprint. It's just a book marketing sprint. Hello, Swink. How's it going? Howdy, everybody. Happy Wear Red Day. Oh, I'm wearing the wrong color. Happy Frozen Yogurt Day. I could use some of that. Happy Pay a Compliment Day. During my short time in this sprint, I uploaded the final copy of my newest book under a new pen name. Yoo-hoo. I don't know if you saw that because I sent you the show outline yesterday. So I did put toward the end where you could like, when I put there, I was like, hey, this would be a good place for you to mention your pen name. So sprint. Yeah, I gotcha. And then Charm Chats with Katie Cross, which that's like an hour and a half. And then Kendra, oh my goodness, I love Dragon reading your book. You don't even know. Okay, wait. This dragon is Zane. So like I put together, I created his dragon image from several different images and an alligator. And I got stickers for him already. I don't have them to hand or I'd show you, but that's for my Kickstarter later this year. So I took that image that I made and I took the image of my book cover. So Zane is the brother of the dragon that's on the book cover, Edmar. So Zane is reading Edmar's book, his brother's book. So I was like, oh, this is so cute. I love this. So, and hello, Kendra. Yes, Tuesday. I was trying to remember the time. That's all. Yeah, that's what I was like, this is perfect. I had to send it off to some of my readers. I was like, hey, because I have a couple of Omega readers that have read the book. I was like, hey, look at a picture of Zane reading his brother's book. So, yeah, that book, I have finished it. It's gone through my Omega readers and I'm doing revisions and in like less than 15 days. It's like before the end of the month. I'm going to open it up for alpha readers for anyone who's interested. Love the name and that he's reading his brother's book, right? Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. I was like, oh, I love this. But okay. Well, that is the end of the book marketing. We'll see how those, when I come back next Friday, I will have my Instagram posts about the promotion on the first book, which is the other brother's book. That's not in this image. So the first book is on sale for 99 cents right now, the ebook. So the Instagram post will go out for that. And I will also have the booked promo happen from Authors XP. So we'll see what comes from that. So for those who are new to the book marketing sprint, I start off talking about what did I get out of last week's stuff or previous week's stuff that I've done in book marketing? Like, how is that? Like, what's come of it? And then I state my intentions of what I want to do for the book marketing during the sprint. And then, after we talk about how we did. So I did not get as much done as I thought I would get done. I forgot about all this stuff with book marketing because it's been a couple years since I've really done it. But all right. Hopefully I will see some of you guys here in about another hour and a half with Katie Cross. It's going to be so much fun. She also chose a Would You Rather, which is like one of the favorite games that authors and the chat and everyone loves, is the Would You Rather game for the stream. So, and then we also do a writing sprint, a half-hour writing sprint. So, or whatever, you don't have to write. You can do whatever you want during the sprint, but we do a half-hour sprint. All right. Thank you everyone so much for coming and hope I'll see you later. Bye.